All right, all right, all right. Welcome back. I want to give a big warm welcome to all my new subscribers. And I just want to do like a welcome and intro video. Now, I've finally been able to put this Essene.org link on a lot of my videos. And if you go there, you're going to be able to find a lot of stuff out before you even have to order the Megillah. Go under there are teachings, and bam, pops up a book of doctrines. It's everything. Doctrine on the ancient Nasarean Essenes, doctrine on our founder, doctrine on our mystery schools, everything you need to know, every question you have. Introduction to the Nasarean spiritual practices. So yeah, you can get basically everything that's in the Megillah if you just go to this website. But tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about Judas. Yeah, the one we know as Judas Iscariot, right? But in the Holy Megillah, Nazarene Bible of the Essene Way, he's called Judas the Sacarii. Let's go on a quick little jump around. There is so much information on this topic about Judas that I was finding that I realized that I gotta make a couple of videos. It says Iscariot in this etymology dictionary, and I said, wow, it looks just like Sicarii if you change the I and the S around. Because the Holy Megillah tells us Judas the Sacarii, so he was from a splinter group of the Jewish Zealots. And it's been said before, because I scrolled all the way to the bottom and I see that it says Judas Iscariot, one of the 12 apostles of Jesus, according to the New Testament, was believed by some to be a Sicarius. They say right here in Latin, Sicarii is the plural form of Sicarius, a dagger-man. So it's already out there that Judas was a Sicarius, a dagger-man. It's objected by modern historians, though, and you could go find out why. But what I wanted to show you was that the word that they put as Iscariot is just Sicarii with the I and the S turned around, and this OT, I guess that stands for overtime. So they put overtime in this word because this word they're telling us doesn't really have a meaning. You could look it up everywhere you want to look it up. As soon as you put in Iscariot, and I was like, dang, I've been looking at this word too long because now I see scar, I see riot, but you put Iscariot in, and there's only one meaning for it: the betrayer of Jesus. And what's so crazy is that they say it's derived from a Greek word that is said to be from a Hebrew word meaning man of Kirah. And look where Kirath is, a place in Palestine. This word got twisted on purpose, is what I'm trying to show you guys. And they also have this thing that if you're not familiar with, it's called an egregor. And it is an esoteric concept, the word egregor. They say it means wakeful in Greek, but in the esoteric, which is hidden, that's what that means. These are hidden things that not a lot of people know. That's what esoteric means. Don't let them lie to you. There's a concept that talks about it represents a non-physical entity. And if you've been following my channel, at least for the last 4 or 5 videos, I've been going heavy on these disembodied spirits, right? So this is just knocking right on the same door, because this egregor is an esoteric concept that represents a non-physical entity or a thought form that arises from the collective thoughts and emotions of a distinct group of individuals. So think about the fact that a whole bunch of Christians that love Jesus say Judas Iscariot is the betrayer of Jesus, and Iscariot means a man of Kiroth, a place in Palestine. Could be behind what's powering these wars. Just the fact that we say Judas Iscariot instead of what he really was a Sicarii. They're spells. And they use spelling. It seems too simple to believe it, guys, but it's right in our faces. This is how they do it, because whatever gets programmed into our subconscious mind is what really manifests in the world. So we got all these things going on and we can't figure out how to stop them. It's really about what's in your head. We don't need to say Judas Iscariot anymore. We need to say Judas the Sacarii, because listen at what Yeshua said. This is an awesome chapter. This is 74, chapter 74 in the Nazarean Bible of the Essene way, the New Testament. Yeshua said, until you discard false beliefs, you are not able to know the truth. Until then, you are in the shadow of darkness and death. Until then, you are spiritually blind. Until then, there is much weeping and gnashing of teeth. Unless you empty yourself of false beliefs, you have no room for true beliefs. Be open to higher insights. Do not cling to previous beliefs if higher insights are now available. Those false beliefs, like this seems innocent, right? It just seems like, well, Hebrew was written from left to right, and then the Greek went this way, and then they translated it into Latin, and then Latin into English. And so that's just a simple lost in translation, right? But it may not be that simple. That's all I'm trying to say. One thing that we saw, it said in that Wikipedia that Judas was one of the 12 apostles. Well, he was pretty close according to this holy Megillah. He let me just read it to you, and so you can see who Judas was and how close he was to the disciples. It's really interesting. Um, First thing it says here is that this is chapter 74, Holy Megillah, Nazarene Bible of the Essene Way. We're going to start at verse 3. This is, okay. Of the 50 or so that had accompanied John to Engedi after the baptism of the Lord and the Lady, 33 remained and had been initiated as Aaronite converts to the Nasarean religion of the Essene Way. Together, John and his 33 students numbered 34. They had been trained by John not only as Nazarenes, but also to assist the Lord and the Lady in their outreach ministry to the Aaronites of Israel. John the baptizer spoke first, saying, 32 of the 33 I will vouch for. The other, I suspect, is here under false pretense. So, verse 7, Yeshua and Miriam gazed upon the 33 students of John, looking deeply into their souls. Looking into the eyes of one called Judas the Sacarii, Yeshua and Miriam perceived that he was the one of false pretense. Judas was known as a zealot revolutionary of the Sicarii, the assassin terrorist wing of the Aaronite zealots that were in armed rebellion against the Roman occupation. But in truth, he had infiltrated the zealot movement, and now the Nasarean, on behalf of an Aaronite businessman who cooperated with the Roman army in exchange for payment. Even so, Judas had no particular loyalty to that businessman, being available for hire to anyone that would pay his price. Having noted the one of whom John the Baptizer spoke, Yeshua and Miriam said nothing of it. All right, that is not the whole story, but I have to skip a couple chapters to get to the rest of it. And so we're going to leave that here for tonight. And I'm just going to read this footnote. It says Sicarii means assassin. A Sicarii is an assassin affiliated with the Zealot movement within Aaronite Judaism. These Zealots represented a violent uprising against the Roman occupation. Their violent acts included targeted assassination of key members of the Roman occupation. Judas the Sacarii, which they got in parentheses, Judas Iscariot, was an assassin for hire willing to take jobs from whomever would pay him. So, like I said, the story in the Holy Megillah is different, and you want to watch the next video. We probably will get to the end of it. He does hang himself in the end of the story, but the details, and it's got some really good eye-opening, cobweb cleaning. Just one more note on those false beliefs is that all of the schools have been corrupted. You can't have one school of thought that's on point and then all the rest of them off, because the schools of thought, they coincide with each other. And that's what is called synchronicity. And so I'm going to show you how to fix this program to put it to wherever you live at. You can look at the sky from any part of the earth. That's what this is. So I'm going to just put in where I know the closest one to me is. This is my real-time sun time life where I'm at. I'm looking at the sky from where I live at right now. And then it's daytime where I'm at, so, you know, you can't see much, but you can take the earth away. You could take the daytime away. You can even take these east, west, south things away. Then you have, bam. Oh, let me make sure I did everything. Oh, click this equatorial and azimuthal mount, because other than that, you really can't move the sky around. When you do that, you can click on any planet and it will tell you what constellation it's in. You can put the constellations up and see it. You don't have to click on it, but when you click on it, it corresponds. Telling you right now that the sun is in Aquarius still. I know people are celebrating their birthday, calling themselves Pisces right now. It happened to me too. But right now, I'm just opening this up because I've been trying to keep track with you guys and show you the new moons and where they are, because on Google, they lie. And I don't know if you know about the sacred secretion and the moon being in your sun sign, but all of that matters if you're going to line yourself up. You definitely need to know and be able to look for yourself. Where is the sun? Not ask the master brain. I mean, the new moon, they're telling us it's in Pisces because the master brain already gives answers, and those answers are not correct. And a lot of people rely on Google. So this is showing us that it is going to be a new moon. It's still a waxing crescent. It's 28.8 days old right now, the moon. So we can change the hours to when it's going to be. We're looking, I already know it's not going to be till she's lined up with the sun, because that's how it's been last year, every new moon. So March 10th, new moon at 4:30 in the morning, and it's only going to be new moon. Check this out, guys. It only stays new moon for like 2 hours. You look right here, the moon age. By 6 in the morning, she's a waxing crescent already. She's always on the move. She's only still, she's not never still. Not in her cycles or anything. That's why I don't know why they be talking about some 3 days of the new moon. They just got us doing all kind of stuff that's probably got us trapped in this darkness. I'm gonna skip ahead to the eclipse real quick, just to let you guys see what time that's gonna be. Bam. All right, so she's new, just a little bit before she gets in front of him. So by the time she's all the way there, she's already, wow. Wow, 0.1 days old. I'm telling you, man, we about to reset. So 15, let me see what time that is. That's daytime for sure when this eclipse is happening. Yes, the Stellarian program tells me that at 3:30 in the afternoon on April 8th is when the eclipse will be. We have to get rid of false beliefs. If we don't, Yeshua said we don't have any room for higher insights.